Hi everybody, it's Debbie DuBois again here for another video. I feel very called to do this video. I was thinking, should I wait until November's first, the energy report? And I said, no, this cannot wait. I was tempted to pull out the tarot cards, but I don't want to overuse those. I know there's so many people that are using the tarot cards and we're getting such great information from them. I don't want to detract from that. Sometimes I use them simply for permission slips for me to tune in to source, but I feel very, very tuned in today. There have been a couple of days of this prodding for me to do this video because I've been very active on the boards, discussing with different people some of their situations. And I've had a smorgasbord, if you will call it that, of different experiences talking to feminine, but not just feminine, also masculine. So what I'd like to do is kind of touch base as to where we are with these October energies. They are crazy. I see several different levels of, how shall we say, riding this wave. There are those that are, and this is defined feminine and masculine. There are those that are very strong, very much in their own power, almost to their detriment, pushing forward and making decisions and experiencing lots and lots of triggers. So you may end up having triggers that you have to deal with in rapid succession, whatever word that is. Go, 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 clear, clear, clear. And it can be very intense. But there's information coming through for those of you that have that. All right. If you are in one of those situations where you feel that you are very much in your own power, but you're almost feeling a little bit, I want to say you're almost stepping into feminism power. I can do this myself. I'm strong. I'm not putting up with that anymore. I don't need this. I don't need that. I can be by myself and all of this. I want to caution you. Don't close your heart, because I do believe that there is still in a lot of us the trying to control pain, trying to control how this turns out, to put our hands on the steering wheel. And it's kind of like anything else. Any strength when overused becomes a weakness. And I would like to encourage you that if you've been one of these people that is, you're very strong in yourself and you're actually thinking, I don't need a divine counterpart at all, or I'm certainly not going to put up with this one. And there's something that you need to know. Right now, the divine masculine, the masculine energy, they're going through some absolute must shift. They cannot avoid it any longer. And the longer they avoid it, the more the energies are going to press down on them and make it absolutely impossible to face what they have to face and move forward. So I guess what I'd say is that catalytic experience that you had was what enabled you to get to this place to where you're really, really strong. And I would just say that whether or not that catalyst is the person that you are ultimately going to find sacred partnership with, the truth is that they need to know on an etheric level that you believe in them and that you know that the shifts can be made regardless. So I guess what I'm asking is open your heart as much as you can. Now, what this leads into is something that I want to talk about, which is, we cannot benefit another person, not a family member, not a friend, not a sacred partner, until we honestly master our own vibrations. Because until we master our own vibrations, we still project elements onto them. We still respond to things that they're going through in personal ways. So we still experience triggers. And let's face it, I'm hearing from you. There are a lot of divine masculine that are in really difficult situations, being forced to really make life and death decisions here. And I'm not making light of this. I'm talking about life or death decisions. And many of them are actually looking to their counterpart, their other, to help them. And what I want to say to you is this: if you are not in your own complete mastery of your vibration, you need to let them take care of their own stuff. And the reason why I say that is, and I was having a conversation with someone about this weekend. It's kind of like a Band-Aid. If you continue to feed that person with all the unconditional love and all the beautiful things that you are and that you have become, that person can continue to sit very comfortably in their situation without really having to deal with it and address it. So this is not the help that they need. Now, if you have mastered your own vibration, then you know when you stand in your own power and allow them to do their thing, and when you can provide the love and support that they need. Until you've mastered your vibration, it's really hard to know whether or not you are enabling them or whether you are assisting them. So if you have not gotten to a place where you feel like you can be in communication with that other person and you can provide them with encouragement and support, and hey, look it, I've done this, you can do this too, I believe in you, and yet you're also able to step back when they try to use you as a crutch or need you too much. You know, if you don't know how to navigate those waters to really be strong and in your own power while still providing support so that you are not damaging your own self and your own needs and feeding that energy, then I would say that you're probably one of those people that needs to step back a little bit and let them do their thing. In the meantime, you can be working on mastering your own vibration so that you are able to help. And the mastery of, when you're mastering your own vibrations because you don't wallow. You don't wallow in your stuff. You might be triggered and you might be very, strong, but you can also move into a place of understanding and forgiveness and see where that person is coming from, see the higher perspective. But if you're in a place where you're desperately longing for, you're missing that person, you might feel, I'm done with this person, I'm going to go find somebody else. If you're in any of those positions, I would honestly say right now is the time to step back and let the person deal with their own stuff, because the energies are pushing us all. They're pushing us all to make some big, huge dynamic shifts. Now, I want to say that, this is not just the masculine that's going through this push to shift. I'm seeing in the feminine as well. So I'm seeing two categories here. I'm actually seeing masculine being pushed to shift, but I am also seeing those people who are not mastering their own vibrations being forced to start mastering their own vibrations. So these energies are working, the masculine and the feminine, pushing you to change within your existential being and become more of what you actually are. So I'm excited about that. It has been a very, very intense couple of weeks, and I've heard it all the way around from pretty much everybody. Now, there is a group of people that I have been seeing, and those are the people who feel stuck. And I'm seeing a couple of different variations of that. Some people that are stuck are really, really missing their divine counterpart, their other, their secret partner, their twin, whatever you want to term it. They're really missing them right now. And I believe that that is that last call, that push to really stay within your own power. Because when you're missing somebody, it means you don't realize that you really won. And it also means that you're still looking for something outside yourself to complete you. And this is the call that has to shift, because when you get into the higher vibrational levels, that doesn't exist. There's just no, I'm missing this person, because you, honestly, when you do interact with them, whether that's on an etheric level or on a physical level, you feel that you're always in connection. And until you've gotten to that point, there's that one place. To those people, I guess I would just continue to encourage, it's really, really time to again examine what you're doing here. Why are you here? Find joy around you. I know that I've been doing that myself. I've been, diving back into some things that I have kind of stepped back from because of all of the clearing and all of the distractions of all of that. I'm not really enjoying my children. Last night my college student, she was home, and my 13-year-old and her were doing some really funny stuff. One of them was rapping at double time to some K-pop music, and the other one was dancing, trying to do all the dance moves at the same time, and they were making me laugh. And I realized, I didn't want to pull out the video camera to snap this picture for posterity. I didn't, all I felt inside was just this bubbling joy of watching them experience each other and the kinship. They're like 7 years apart, so it was so wonderful inside. And that's the joy that, we get distracted on this path. And I know there's so many of us that are really serious about getting to the other side and being in our own power. But, there's so much life going on around you that requests your attention. It's your moment of now. I found myself putting up Halloween decorations on the house and cooking, and I took a day for just me, and I didn't answer any texts, and I didn't go on Facebook. We all need those times to find the inner joy, and that really does help us get unstuck. So for those of you who may have felt a little bit like, I'm really missing this person, that is completely understandable. I understand that. If in those moments, you can remember that mastering your vibrations is about this. Yes, I miss that person, but I am the love. I am the person that I long to be connected with. You find yourself connected in your moments of now. So that is one level of energy that I've been tapped into. Another is actually not feeling anything. Getting to the point where you block all of the feelings. I'm not going to feel anything. I don't feel anything. I don't care one way or another if this happens or if this happens. I do believe that is probably exhaustion. I do believe that those of you are feeling that way. It's exhaustion, but it's also over focus maybe on relationships. It's over focus on the shifts and the changes and getting into your mind too much and actually spinning out and really feeling like it's almost like your soul saying, I'm not letting you take any more of this in. You're just going to be sitting there not feeling anything for a little while. If you're in those particular places, allow it and relax about it. Get some sleep, get some rest. Enjoy, like, I don't know what weather any of you are having right here in the southern part of the United States. I'm getting to experience fall, and I can't tell you how many times I've just gone out in my little lawn chair, out overlooking some nature, and listen to the sound of the wind. Just listen to the sound of the wind, listen to the sound of nature around you. And I'm in a subdivision, so I'm also hearing hammering and people blowing off leaves and dogs barking, but just taking that time, tune into that unattached feeling where you're just sort of floating in your own moment of now. So again, it does return you back to the moment of now. So I guess, in all of this, in some of the reflection that I've been doing, one of the things that the universe is asking us to do right now is to really find our inner joy. And, I was looking for some pictures. I'm doing something on my website, and I was looking for some pictures that I have of me. And I'll be honest with you, over the last 4 to 5 years, I was looking at pictures that I had taken of myself, selfies, because I think a lot of us are actually trying to get to know ourselves. And so if you've taken a lot of selfies, you're not alone. I think a lot of people have been looking at, who am I? Who is this person that other people see? What do I look like when I'm in these different places? How am I being viewed by the outside world? How do I view myself? If you've been one of those people, I can tell you that I've done that over the last 4 or 5 years. And what I started to see, and this is really sad, is that even though I've had such moments of joy and connection, I've spent an awful lot of the last 4 or 5 years not really as happy as I am now. And that was a little bit painful to discover. But I really believe that the reason for that is this has been a hellacious process. I mean, it truly has taken every bit of stamina and energy to get through this rediscovery of who I am, the awakening to who I am, and to realize what this is really about. This is about the inner joy of reconnecting with and reawakening to, my divine being, my highest absolute truth, my highest self, as it is for all of you. So as we're going through all of this, this is just a quick reminder. This is about inner joy, and this is about your inner happiness and following that inner happiness. That is your compass. That inner happiness tells you, am I really doing something that is beneficial to me in this moment of now, or is this something that, might be something that I can let go of? Inner happiness and inner joy being that compass for you. So I'm just going to check my notes here real quickly to see if there's anything else. Very, very important to really, when it comes to the changes and the shifts that are going on with the other people around you, whether that be your counterpart or just the people in your life right now, the best assistance you can be for anyone is to literally stand in your own loving power and keep that heart open. Don't become the blocks that you do not wish to see. Because when you close off your heart to someone, it can be so easy, I understand. It's so easy to say, I'm just going to do things my way now, and I don't need anything from you, and I don't want to have communication with you, and I rather just stand in my own power, and I'll find somebody else, and all these things that we tell ourselves. Just remember, when you do that, you become the blocks to love that you wish to remove. You put up roadblocks for the other person. You do not see their true nature, which is essentially, at some level, they are free as well. So what you're wanting to do is to create a vibrational match. And listen, if that person that you've set your sights on, or that you believe is your twin flame, or that you believe is your sacred counterpart, if that person, if you set that in your mind, I would just encourage you, please unattach from that outcome, in that really, if you find that sacred partnership, at that level, when you're ready for it, it really doesn't matter. We are all one. If you experience all the beautiful things that you've experienced within your connection with another person, that's not a problem. But at the same time, let it unfold, I guess is my point. Don't decide, I'm going to go do this. Whenever you put that, I'm going to take the steering wheel, I'm going to make things happen, you are in your ego. And the ego wants control. Rather say to the ego, hey, I understand you really are tired of this connection and you really would rather do something different, but let's just let this play out. Because if someone else is meant to come into your life, they're going to come into your life. And there's not going to be a darn thing that you can do about it, because at a soul level, you've decided. And if that other person that you've been focused on is going to make some of those shifts to become more of their own soul essence, to be in their own power and their own truth, and not hide behind the fear of not being enough and the fear of being in their own power and things of those nature. If they're not going to do that, they're not going to do it. It is their soul's path. It's not your soul's path. But the best support and assistance that you can be to them is to love from the heart, and love from the heart in such a way where your boundaries are intact. Listen, I am doing this for both of our own goods. It's not healthy to do this. It's more healthy to do that for me and for you. That's wisdom. That's higher vibrational resonance. And that is owning your own heart and your own knowing, not being a crutch for another person. So I really hope that this has been of help. I am going to be doing in November the energy report that I've been doing because I love doing it. I would kind of wish it was the beginning of November already, but it's not. So we're still in crazy October energies. I still believe that the video that I did, which I'll put the link down here if you haven't seen it, I still believe that video is spot on for the month of October. You may want to see it just to compare notes. There's a couple of things that I want to say before I sign off. Number one, I'm working on a new platform to assist people on that catalytic heart awakening path. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be telling you more about it as the time approaches. Also, we have 7 seats available left for the Ohio conference. That is Keleena Malnar and I are doing a twin flame workshop. This is not really limited to twin flames, though. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on ascension and unlocking goddess energies and God energies as well. We've got some feminine and masculine coming to this. I'm very excited about that. I've always gotten great benefit out of just meeting those people that have been on this path and hearing what they have to say. So I'm very excited about that. So I know there are people that have said that they're interested, they've expressed interest. If you have not gotten your tickets, now's the time. We're only 2 weeks out. It's actually 2 weeks from this past Saturday. So please do get your tickets, 7 seats left. And I will put the link to that workshop on this post. Lastly, if you would like to book a session for me, with me, I would love that. I am very much enjoying connecting with people on a more personal level. I do believe that the energies are coming stronger through me to be able to assist people very specifically. So if you have felt called to book a session with me and you have not done that yet, please do. You can visit my website at truesacredunion.com. If you haven't liked my Facebook page or you're not following there, please do. It's True Sacred Union on Facebook and also on YouTube. I am trying to put out as much free information as I can to people on this path because I feel that that's how I can best help people move forward on a journey that I have been very, very impacted by. And again, though, I have a platform coming that I think you'll be interested in too. So that's for today, and I really look forward to the next time I speak with you. It probably is going to be a video that I'll do at the beginning of November for November's energy. But anyways, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate all of you so much. I hope that you're encouraged on this path. We're going to get there. We will get there. This ascension process, and that's what this is about. This ascension process is happening no matter what you do. It's happening. So, allow yourself, if you can't take conscious control of it and dive in, you're shifting anyways. So anyways, I love you all very much, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Have a great day. Namaste.